Hi guys, it's been a long time since I made a video. So anyways, this has been dusted for a week or so now, but some parts from being moved around and messed with, some parts got rubbed off, so I do need to retouch it. But I just wanted to show you what colors I'm using. I'm still on the small tongue, of course, my favorite. The Orchid small tongue mica powder, then the Ancient Copper, and then the light gold. Actually I didn't use the copper. I'm sorry. So the Orchid, the light gold, and then this blackish green. So those are the colors I used. And like I said, I got some touch-ups to do. I'm gonna do real quick off camera, right around here and stuff. But this is what the color I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna fill it with black. And I know the pink is kind of strange with the green and the gold, but I think it looks cute. So, and of course it has to be a girl, and use pink because I have pink hair. Pink prosthetics, pink hair. Okay, anyhow. Alright, so I'm going to finish dusting this and mix up my resin, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm back. And I've mixed up my epoxy. I did 5 ounces. And I used this sooo resin pigment paste for the black. And I've also dusted a couple little things in case I made too much. Like I dusted this rose and swords and another one of my doorknobs. But we shall see. I also let my resin set for about 15 minutes. Alright. I like to try and go in real slow into the deeper areas so that it can creep around into the crevices. Like around those nostrils, if my head's not getting in your way. I don't want to put this down to adjust the camera. It'll only take me a minute. Now, it's been overnight since I did the first clip of this video, and I forgot what I was talking to you guys about. I wanted to correct something I said in the first section of the video, and now I forgot what I was even talking about. But anyways, this is looking like it's going to be very, very close to how much I need. If I have enough. Alright. I just want to kind of tap it out a little bit before I get it too full to be able to do that. safe side. Trying to get around his nostrils. I don't want to scratch off any of the powder. Try to get around his eyes. I don't know if you guys can hear my dog snoring. She snores just like an old man. Okay, go in between every little notch in his tail and his toenails, or her toenails. Alright, and that looks like I'll have enough to finish it. Which is so shocking because there was no measurements and I completely forgot to measure before I dusted last night. Oh, darn it. My board is not level. I completely forgot. Yeah, I can see it running into the end. Let's see if it brings it back up. I have to keep an eye on it. I thought that would be enough. No, it's pouring straight down to the end. Alright, since I don't have this level in here, guys, I'm gonna take it to the other room to dry, and I'll finish pouring the last few drops in. And if I don't have enough, I'll have to do a finishing layer tomorrow. So I will be back tomorrow at the unmolding, and we'll see how it went. Okay, guys, thanks for watching, and if you like it, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm back, and I ended up with some extra black, so I poured a little bit. I brushed this with a wood bronze color to match my little computer. Let me see if I can't turn it. Let me see. My little computer drawer over there. It's a drawer unit thing I have my computer on, but anyway. And I had this cross that I went ahead and dusted, but I have little hope for it because it's very deceiving. It's got a rose wrapped around some swords in the shape of a cross with really fine little details of the vine and stuff. But it's really, really shallow, and I couldn't figure out how far to fill it. And the only way you have to fill it all the way to the top to cover these vines, but you can, I don't know why, you can see right through. You'll see what I'm talking. Well, let's just do this one first. But I don't have any hope for this one, really. I've never used this. It's a Temu mold. Just a little cheapy. Actually, it wasn't that cheap. It was like $4 for this little thing. I thought it was much bigger. This is like keychain size, and I thought it was more like this size, a little smaller maybe. Oh my goodness, see what it's so thin I don't even know where to grab it. Yeah, look how thin that is. That's like paper thin. Wow, that's terrible. A whole lot. That's what I was talking about. See how thin it is? It's a thick mold, but what you color in and pour is so paper thin, as you could see. This is just a piece of junk. I mean, all of this has to be filed off. All of this. But you can't not pour that high or else you won't cover the vine. It's absolutely ridiculous. So this will take me forever to get in every teeny tiny little nook and cranny. Piece of junk. But there it is. Not even my style. I don't even really know why I got it. Well, I do. I thought it would be much bigger, and I thought it'd be something I could sell. But, okay. Let's do my dragon baby. My little girl dragon baby. Wow. It's another Timu mold. It's a good size mold. It's just really another tough one to unmold. There's really nowhere to grab onto. Well, that almost looks like it's gonna break off. It's definitely got some sharp edges, and it was filled to the top. I mean, completely level. Trying to be careful I don't break his little tail things off, or his toenails, claws. There's nothing to grab onto up here. There we go. I didn't get to bed till a little after 4 this morning, so of course I got up very late. And this also is not that thick. I mean, a lot of this is the silicone casing and stuff. That's why I'm trying to be very careful, because again, it was deceiving at how thick it was going to be. But once I started pouring in the epoxy, I realized I didn't need as much epoxy as I made, because it was not as thick as you think. And this is the first one I've ever used these little tabs on, but you really have to with this mold. I'm afraid to break off one of the little prongs on his wings and stuff if I pull on the sides. Oh my goodness, you guys. Look how pretty that came out. I'm getting really good, you guys. I'm getting really good. Oh, and my dusting job was really good. There's one little air bubble on this little thorn there. Darn it. I'm gonna try to fix that with some UV, because this is perfect. This is so pretty. That green was absolute perfect color. That is absolutely the perfect. I couldn't imagine a different green. That is perfect. And I almost did his chest and his little thorns in the pink, and now I really wish I would have. But it still looks really pretty. And I see pink because it was pink when I dusted it. It's very much purple when you back it with black. Isn't she adorable? And I'm going to do the little inners of his eyes. And I had such a hard time deciding on his nose, because in the mold, you see, his nose. See, they got these big things in his nose so that they go deep in there. But you can see it on the outside where there's a ring around each nostril. And I couldn't decide, if I wanted to make that ring around his nostril black, like they did in the mold picture on the website, or if I wanted to do it in the green to match his body and then just let the inside be black from the epoxy. And I went with the second one. And I'm glad I did. I left it green around his nostrils and let the black go inside. And when I have to sand the edges, it's really, really sharp. And again, that's because this is such a thin mold. It's very deceiving when you're looking at it and you're dusting it and you're like, well, this is going to take a bit because that's deep and this deep. It's not deep. I don't know how it can look so deep and not be deep. But you can see the little bit of gold left in the mold still right there. And that's right on these two prongs. But the one you can barely see it at all. And then the other one is almost the full tip, but I mean one drip of resin, of UV resin, and it's fixed. So, but she is so cute. I'm gonna put a wall hanger on her and hang it on my wall. She's so cute. I'm gonna do the little dots of her eyes white, and it'll be all done. I think I have a white marker. Let me see if I can find my white marker. I'll be right back. Well, guys, I colored them and then I took it out and I colored them again, and I don't like it. They're just too big. And it kind of, one goes, I don't know, it just looks kind of cross-eyed and just weird. The shape is weird, I don't know. But I'll play with it for a little while, see what I can figure out. If I figure out some miracle thing, I'll let you know, but otherwise I'll just have a picture at the end of the video. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a very short and quick one. Usually if I'm dusting one and pouring, it's a short video because you don't need to watch me color it, because there's nothing to show. Just everybody dusts in their own way, so there's no particular way to do it. And give you an idea how big. It's longer than my hand. So, and she's cute. So cute. Can't wait to make different colors. Oh. Okay, guys, what I did was I wiped it back out, and then I took the small tip of my marker, and these are those the 42-piece set I told you guys about. Anyway, I took the small tip and I just went perfectly around a little circle. I didn't fill the full amount they allot for what I'm assuming would be the pupil or the glint. You know what I'm talking about. And then I took the baby wipe. I didn't like it, so I was gonna wipe it out, and I just smushed it and turned, and it made a complete perfect circle. And I think it looks much better. And I'm holding it at this angle because it does slouch to the front more. So, and I don't want it to start to drip or move because it is a little puddly and wet, because there's a little dot in the center that won't cover, so I had to make it pretty thick. So, there's her eyes, and she's all done. Alright guys, check this out. I took an X-Acto blade and went over this, and I mean, I spent hours and carved all that epoxy out of every little hole, every little vine, and it actually, I'm going to put it down on the table where you can see through it, but it actually turned out so much better. You can actually, now you can't see through it because it's, let me turn on the light, good grief. There we go, see the vines, how it intertwines all the way around. So it actually, it stepped it up a little bit, gave it a little more character, a little more depth. But it will not harden. It's still as flexible as a rubber band. It's terrible because it's so thin. I can bend it right in half, but I don't want to. I'm gonna do something with it. I make a lot of picture frames and woodworking and stuff, and I think this would look really neat on a really dark wood picture frame on the side, like of a guy or a picture of a guy or something. But anyways, so I just wanted to give an update. If you buy this mold from Temu, and you got an hour, maybe 2 hours, it took me a while, but because it's super soft and flexible, and I kept bending this sword every time I was trying to get in the little holes, so it gave me some trouble. But I mean, if this is something you like, something you definitely want to do, and I looked at the price, I think it was $1.50 or something from Temu. So, and then, you know, you got an hour to carve out the little tiny pieces, then this would be the mold for you. I might do this again if I have extra epoxy from something, but it won't be a go-to because I just don't have the time or the patience. I have the patience, but I don't have the time to carve in and out of every little spot a lot of the time. So if I ever do it again, I gotta make sure that I have a couple hours to spare. But anyhow, there it is, guys. I just wanted to show you, and I'm going on and on now. So, okay, I will post a better picture of this, because it is kind of hard to see the dark, the gray behind the green. But I will post pictures at the end of the video, and it is a wrap. Oh, I did get my dragon all sanded up and nice. He looks so cute. His eye, her eyes are perfect. I'm not a big fan of dead center pupils, and this one kind of is, because he's turned. This one's kind of off at left field, but it is what it is. He's adorable. I can't wait to make more different colors. This will be a mold I do a few times. If I do these, when I do this one again, I'll do it with another project that I'm featuring, and then do this on the side, and I'll show it to you. Because some of my videos do have 2 and 3 different items in the process of each video, and I thought about it, and I was like, well, that's just stupid. People, how am I going to title it? People are not going to know that that's in there. So I have to figure that stuff out, because I am having a lot of trouble with editing right now. My first two dozen videos were a shamble, a mess, like 50 tiny short videos in one video. It's just, or in one project. So it's a lot of work right now. I haven't edited and put anything out in a few weeks now, because I keep working. But anyways, she is all done. She is perfection. And I can't wait to put a hanger on her and stick her on my wall.